So to answer your question, Meekiah was 28. Okay. And so the investigation occurred in 1999. Initially, there was a focus on an individual who was ruled out as a suspect. Evidence that was located at the scene was processed for DNA, and as the years continued, additional processes occurred. I'm not an expert when it comes to DNA analysis. It's probably Pam's forte, but through that work and through the continued efforts of the police department and these forensic scientists, they were able to identify a subject who is directly linked as the murder suspect in this case. So we're 100% confident that he is the murderer. I don't want to give him any honor by mentioning who that might be, but the end result is we've identified who murdered Meekiah through this DNA analysis, and that's about all I want to say about that. But if Pam wants to discuss the actual processes involved in a much more understandable way, maybe she can do that. Yes, ma'am.
So then the suspect died?
Yes. Yeah. So we discovered 11 days after the murder, the suspect passed away. And based on, again, the DNA analysis, they were able to trace the evidence at the scene to this particular individual. And that's how he was identified. Yes.
New DNA technology?
I wouldn't call it new, but it's newer. Yeah. Relatively new for me. I've been at the Richmond Police Department for almost 29 years, and this kind of technology didn't exist when I first started. Yes?
Yes, I have a question. Why is it okay he's a secret? Why the world can't know? We know what he did. Why the family can't know? They look at him as a hero. He's not a hero. He's a murderer.
He is.
So why the world can't know?
Well, my take on this is, why give somebody fame and notoriety for
Let
committing
his
such a
family know.
murder?
They need to know. We suffering. They walking around thinking he's an angel. That he died as an angel and
Her
he
best
didn't.
friend went to his funeral.
Yeah, I
So how
understand.
do you think the family feel?
Okay.
It's no secret.
You know, I can't make that decision right now, but I do understand what you're saying. I do think that's part of justice, right? But at the same time, I think in history we've seen where the perpetrator is given notoriety and fame in an unwarranted way.
He's not getting fame.
Well.
His family's walking around thinking he's just this perfect person, and he's not.
Not.
He did something that destroys all of us. He hurted us.
He did.
And y'all let him just be a secret?
No, that's not the intent. We'll talk about it, okay, and then we'll figure out a way forward, okay? All right. Yes, sir.
Well, y'all keep talking about giving us closure, and y'all not giving us that. It's not closure. Y'all just basically telling us that she died. You're not telling who killed her. This is what we came here for, so the world can know what happened to her. Y'all not doing that. They're asking y'all what happened to her. Y'all not even saying that. They want details of what happened to her. Y'all not giving that.
Okay.
All y'all giving us is basically y'all close the case. You did with this new DNA technology. Like my cousin said, y'all need to say a person's name.
Yeah.
There's nothing to just say we close the case.
Right.
Everybody else's case, the names is all over the TV.
It don't matter about it ain't no notoriety. It's just letting the world know we close the case and it's who did it. Because right now you just saying we close the case.
Right.
Okay.
And I can speak for our family. It's not going to be no retaliation on that boy's family.
I'm
It's
sure.
not going to be none. You got my word on that. And I already told my relatives, it's closed to that behalf. Nothing is going to happen to that boy's family.
Because whoever
Nothing.
did it, he had a funeral, and they spoke highly of him at his funeral.
All right.
A week later, after he murdered her.
Aaron, give me the press release.
Okay.
All right. So let me explain a few things. The rationale for why I don't personally like to release names of murderers. You understand that, okay? And that was the intent. It wasn't to try to lionize the guy or protect him at all. All right? I just want to make sure everyone's clear about that. All right? All right. Meekiah died as a result of asphyxia. Okay, she was suffocated. All right. The evidence leading to this suspect identified him as the murderer in this case. And for the victim's family, and specifically for the victim's family, I will tell you who that is. All right? Jerry Lee Henderson is the suspect. He was identified through this DNA analysis, and unfortunately, we weren't able to bring him directly to justice because he died 11 days after the murder from a medical problem. All right? So I hope that answers the questions. I know this doesn't bring Meekiah back, but I hope that you understand the perspective that I have. Yes, ma'am.
So how old was Jerry, and what is the relationship? What is the motive? What have you been able to determine that led to this?
I don't know the motive. There was some degree of friendliness between the two, but I can't get into any. I don't know any more details than that. I can't tell you if it's a boyfriend-girlfriend thing.
She knew it wasn't boyfriend.
Yeah, I know. But
She met
I'm
him
just
through a
saying.
Mutual friend. They went to school together. They went to Contra Costa College together.
Okay.
He was a friend of her friend. And at the present time,
Okay.
he got down on his luck.
Come here, man.
Oh, excuse me.
Let's talk together.
Okay.
All right. Come here.
I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
Okay. Let me give y'all some closure because it seemed like it's no closure here, but I want closure and a peace of mind. So let me just tell you the story. So he was a friend of her friend Terry, and they both knew him. Terry put him out, right? He used to stay at Terry's house. Terry put him out. So at the meantime, Terry and Meekiah used to always be together, and Meekiah used to go stay at Terry's house. So he thought Meekiah was going to be at Terry's house, so he went to stay at Meekah's house. Meekiah went to the movie with another gentleman that was a friend of the family. So when she got home, her daily routine, putting on her T-shirts where she could go to bed, she found him in the house. And then that's where the struggle came in. So it was a tussle. She didn't know he was in the house. So when she found out he was in the house, they had a tussle, and then that's when the fight began, and they found the DNA underneath her fingernails because she fought him. And the next-door neighbor, which was Joe at the time, he heard the tussle, so he went over there, and by then she made it to the hospital, and she died at the hospital from suffocation.
This is your younger sister?
This is my youngest sister.
And what does this mean for you to finally have a suspect identified?
What it means to me is bringing it up all over again because it was 22 years, so we reliving it. But I just want to tell people, I'm tired of people on T-shirts. It needs to stop. It just needs to stop all around because too many of us is passing. Too many of us is getting up here with pictures of our relatives, our kids, everything on T-shirts. And I just want all this to stop. We just got to come together. Just that's how I want everybody to remember her. Let's bring everybody back together where kids could play outside again, where we could walk the streets of Richmond again. I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution. I don't know what the solution is, but someone needs to come up with it because we're dying too young. That's it. Thank you.